Peace, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to share a few journaling prompts to help you navigate heartbreak and heartache. I personally have been journaling since I was 12. I don't know why. I just had this natural affinity to writing, and journaling was one of the things that really helped me process my emotions, clear my thoughts, and also just to feel calm. There's something so cathartic and so releasing with just allowing words to live outside of your body, whether it's words that you have said or words that have been unsaid. This is a really great way just to find a sense of ease. I know, which can sound really difficult if you're going through heartbreak, but hopefully this can help soften and soothe some of the pain that you may be experiencing in this moment. So join me, grab your tea, grab your incense, candles, whatever it is that you need, and we will get to journaling. All right, so before I begin journaling, I always like to take a moment just to pause and check in with myself. So if you'd like, you can join me. Get comfortable. If you'd like, you can place a hand on your heart or rest the palms of the hands down by your sides. Just beginning to notice the breath. Notice how you're breathing. Notice any sensations present in the body, thoughts present in the mind. And also just noticing what emotions are here visiting you in this moment. Just letting go of any judgment. Taking some deep breaths if you'd like. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Just inviting the mind and body to settle before we begin. Perhaps releasing any tension in the body, softening the eyebrows, unclenching your jaw, relaxing the shoulders, and just continuing to take some nice, big, deep breaths here. And when you're ready, grabbing your pen and journal, and let's begin. So these journaling questions are actually questions that I asked myself after my most recent breakup. And I found them super helpful, not only when I was journaling, but also taking with me into my everyday life. So the first question is, what has this heartbreak taught me about myself? So what have you learned about yourself after experiencing a breakup? Could be new things, old things, familiar things, but what are some lessons that you've learned? And feel free to pause this video whenever, so you can really take your time to write down everything that's on your mind. Now, the next question is, what has this heartbreak or breakup taught me about others? So, what have you learned about others? It could have been from your ex, could have been about the world around you, perhaps societal norms, values. What is it that you've learned about others through this experience? The next question is, what has this past relationship taught me about what I need? So, what are some things that you need in a relationship? And whether it's needs that you can attend to by yourself or from your partner. It could be the need to feel heard, to feel appreciated, to feel seen. So, just taking a moment here to maybe reflect on your past relationship and write down some needs that you have when you are in relationship with someone else. So, the next question is kind of similar to the last question. This question is, what has this past relationship taught me about what I value? So, fortunately, unfortunately, relationships can teach us a lot about what we value. Whether we learn about how important transparency is, honesty, healthy communication, we can get really clear on our values, not only in relationships, but just for ourselves. And now we'll focus on ourselves a little bit more and touch on self-care. So, what are things that you can do to take care of your mind, body, and heart as you're healing? And this can be a way for you to create an action plan. So, what are the things that can help you to feel whole again, that can help you to feel good, or even just help you to feel a little bit more balanced in your day to day? Next, this may be difficult for folks depending on where you're at in your journey, but what can you do to forgive yourself? What can you forgive yourself for? And what can you forgive your past partner for? Or past partners? This doesn't have to be about your most recent relationship. This could even just be in general. Forgiveness is more of a I thing, like it lets us off the hook. Forgiveness is what we can do when we may not be able to get closure from the other person. And this is one way that we can let go. And it's not a one-time thing. This is a practice and something that you'll have to come back to time and time again. Oh, this is maybe a bit of a spicy one, but what are the expectations that you had of your last relationship that didn't necessarily match the reality of your relationship? So maybe we had unrealistic expectations that hindered us from seeing the reality of the person that we were with. So take a few deep breaths and reflect, see what comes to mind. Next, this one is a little bit more easeful. And the question is, what parts of yourself do you need to be gentle with as you heal? Sometimes we can be in such a rush, right? There's a sense of urgency. We just want the healing to happen. But breakups are really difficult and really challenging. So, where can you be more gentle with yourself? Now, on the days when healing feels difficult, what can you remind yourself? So, whether they are words, phrases, quotes, anything, what are things that you can tell yourself in those moments when healing is challenging? Because it will be. And this can be a great invitation to use some sticky notes, post them all over your house, set reminders in your phone. But what can you tell yourself when things get challenging and difficult? And last question, what do you hope your next relationship will be like? Now, you may not be in that space to even think about that, but this is something that you can come back to. So, knowing what you know now about relationships, about yourselves, about others, what do you hope your next relationship will be like? Those are all the journaling prompts that I have for you. Just take a moment. That was a lot. There is a lot to unpack and explore. Take a deep breath with me. Come back to this journaling exercise session as many times as you need. And I want to remind you to take this journey, this process, moment by moment, not day by day, but moment by moment. You got this. Take care.